the highlight of Monday Night Football for me, if you ask me, like it was Peyton Manning and Eli Manning broadcasting an alternate broadcast on ESPN2. A lot of people didn't even know that was happening. I put it on my Instagram story like, dude, Peyton and Eli are killing it. And people were messaging like, wait, what? That's happening? Like apparently ESPN didn't market this at all. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they don't want to. Maybe ESPN feels kind of awkward, like they don't want to point people to an alternate broadcast. And because I think if people knew that existed, it would dominate the ratings. People are like, I would wait, because I don't hate, it's a very strong term. I very much find the Monday Night Football broadcasters and the whole production a bit stuffy, definitely boring, not my cup of tea. And watching Peyton Manning and Eli Manning do it is so much fun. I love that. And people are like, where can I find it? So let me be clear. I don't know that they're doing every game this year. I heard that they're only doing 10 games this year and 10 games every year until 2023. Then they have a new contract negotiation. So I don't think they're doing it every Monday Night Football game. But every time there's a Monday Night Football game on, if you're on your TV, just double check ESPN2. Because I think they're doing 10 games this year. I don't know which 10. They don't say. It's really frustrating. I'm like, I can't find that information anywhere. I'm like, why can't I? And maybe I'm wrong, and maybe it is every week, but I just recommend next time you're watching Monday Night Football, double check ESPN2 because a way better broadcast might be going on. And I got to say, it was amazing. I am never watching the regular Monday Night Football broadcast ever again. It is so much better. Peyton kind of is the driving force. He leads the show. Eli kind of just BS's and hangs out, and he's got some interesting analysis, but, the guests, like Russell Wilson and Eli Manning, were kind of veering off course, and Peyton had to steer back and be like, wait, no, guys, like, we got it. Let's talk about the game. And it worked, though. Like, Peyton's a straight man who I never would have thought that, right? Eli, I did not expect to love Eli Manning as much as I did. I'm like, dude, this guy's funny. Like, his commentary on the shirtless fans made me laugh. He's like, at what point does that guy decide to take it off? Like, he's like, at what point does he go, that's it, the shirt's coming off? I thought that was freaking hilarious. I really, really enjoyed that commentary. It was amazing. I highly recommend, especially if you're a former football player or you're like a football nerd and you love the game. The way that Peyton Manning and Eli Manning broadcast the game, they treat the audience with respect. They know that you know what a first down is. They're not trying to teach you the rules of the game. It's like advanced broadcasting. They're like, no, let's talk about the coverage. Let's break down cover 2. And by the way, there's no play-by-play guy either, which play-by-play on TV is weird and clunky. The guy that goes like, and by the way, to carry over from radio, I'm pretty sure, I don't know the history of that, but I would imagine that radio started, that's how they used to broadcast football. And they're like, well, let's add a TV element. How do we do that? Well, let's get the radio guys doing, just talking over what they show. And I'm sure that's what happened. But you don't need a guy. Like, I have eyeballs. When I'm watching the game on TV, I don't need someone going, he's on the 30, the 10, touchdown. I'm like, yeah, dude, I got it, man. I have eyeballs. I can see what's happening. And if you're blind, it's great. But if not, you're like, I don't need you to confirm for me that that's a catch because I saw him catch the pass. And that, it doesn't irritate me. It's just, like I said, it's clunky. It's not negative. Jim Nantz is like probably the best in the business at it. Jim Nantz, Al Michaels, these legendary voices. But I do wonder is football going to shift a little bit? Like, the Super Bowl will always have play-by-play because you have people that are not deep, intense football fans watching, and it's definitely more accessible to basic people when they describe, it's a first down, it's a catch. Like, that stuff helps regular people, but I hope we get more of these popping up, like these really interesting side conversations. Like, if anyone wants to have me on a show, I would love to. The hard part is you can't live stream the game. You have to also show the game while it's happening. So, ESPN, Fox, they own the rights to these football games. So if a network wants to reach out and have me talk over a football game, dude, more than happy to do that. I've broadcasted games before. It's really, really fun. And I just think the casual style is exactly what you want from a broadcast. Like video games, in the video game space, they have all these live events, and you see like PlayStation Experience have all these YouTubers and people live stream their reactions, and they watch along with the live stream. And like like Apple had their big event today. I'm pretty sure you could go on Twitch today and find a lot of people watching along with the event. And that's because Apple doesn't care if you watch it with commentary or not. They want you to watch it. And ESPN is advertising dollars, so they won't allow you to broadcast the game that way. But it was basically like watching Peyton and Eli like live stream a football game, and just chef's kiss. Like, it's an amazing, amazing experience. I love it so much. Russell Wilson came on as a guest late in the fourth quarter, and he was fantastic. It made me wonder, actually, like, would Tom Brady come on during Tom Brady's bye week? Like, I would assume with a big game coming up, he's like, hey, Monday night, I'm busy. I got film to watch. But, and even on his bye week, like, would Tom Brady make time in his schedule between his family and his workaholic nature to take an hour aside and, BS about football with Peyton Manning and Eli Manning? I don't know, but if that happens, that's like my dream. I would love to see Peyton and Tom Brady talk over a football game. Are you kidding me? That'd be incredible. So, I don't know. I loved it, man. ESPN, like I said, I think they must not have marketed it at all, because I knew this because it's my job to know that exists. Like, I follow all this crap way too deeply. Like, I'm like a stalker for sports. But I think most people didn't know or realize that there was an alternate broadcast happening. Like, ESPN, I think, feels awkward and uncomfortable. Like I said, they don't want to point people away from their flagship program. But I think that once people realize that this is out there, Peyton and Eli could get way higher ratings in theory than the regular ESPN broadcast. It's way better. People have been complaining for years about Monday Night Football. And I think it's more entertaining to watch. Like, I watch football all day, every day. It's literally my job. And I have never been more entertained and kind of engrossed in the game than when I have Peyton Manning talking while it's happening. A lot of the time, I skip ahead during punts, and these announcers say the dumbest crap. I don't care. I find myself skipping through, like, just wanting to get to the next play, kind of condensing the game myself. I don't like the actual condensed games like on NFL.com, because then it's too fast and they don't show any replays. But I find myself often skipping ahead during football when I watch it. I usually try to start a game about an hour later, and then, so that way I can skip all the commercials and skip the boring parts and speed watch it, basically. But my goodness, I don't ever want to do that with Peyton and Eli broadcasting, because I watch commercials. What the hell? What is that? I'd never do that. I usually skip that part. And so it's never boring. It's way more insightful. It's way more fun. It's color commentary the entire time. And Peyton and Eli, what a fantastic home run broadcast. I recommend everybody watch it. It was amazing, and really, really good time.